What I go on, peeps? What I go on? I'm back. Like I said in my little trailer, I've got a lot to talk about. So I've been discussing this with my friend, and we thought we'd call these chats on our sofa. What are we going to call it?
Reality chat.
Reality chat, that's it. Because there's a lot of things that we could be talking about that's not being said. Particularly being black, British, and the age that we are in our 50s. And the dual nationality and our parents being West Indian or from wherever. So there's a lot of subjects, and you know, there's a lot of things we could be talking about. And you know what I want to talk about today? What do you think we should talk about today, my friend?
Well, I think we ought to chat about what's it like marrying somebody abroad.
What's it? Oh my goodness. What's it like marrying someone abroad?
No, so every time I rise, we do it for the love and I do it for the likes. Do it for the love and I do it for the likes. Do it for the love and I do it for the likes. Do it for the love and I do it for the likes. Make them know success don't come overnight. No make them know a substance over hype. Do it for the love and I do it for the likes. Enough of them love likes, that's alright. Sit down on a post and I tweet all night. Sit them on social.
What's your opinion?
Does it work or doesn't it work?
How many people do you know? How many people do you know that it works for though?
Very few, to be honest with you. Very few.
Oh, wow.
And what about
I know of all the relationships I know that have married somebody. When I say marrying somebody abroad, I mean like a Jamaican or a Ghanaian or a Barbadian, and you're British or you're American. I'm British. I was married to a Jamaican. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about when I say marrying a foreign. So, yes. What do you think?
Well, I think that's a very difficult question. I think for some it works and for some it doesn't work. It all depends on what the intentions of what the other person has. It's what the other person wants from this relationship. Is it a true relationship, or is
do you
it
think
one
it's just
that
for papers?
to get you? It can be just
For papers or for what money they can get out of the person.
That's right. I think it's very difficult when you meet somebody, because yeah, you might like them. I think from a man's point of view it's different. It depends on what the man wants, for instance. Firstly, he might find it, well, it's easier to get a woman over there. And
that's a man's point of view. He thinks that it's easier to get a woman over there.
well, sometimes it is, depending on which country she's coming from.
Or do you think they're just being compliant because they want something?
Well, everybody wants something. It just depends on what we want. We're looking for something and they're looking for something. Maybe they might be looking for papers. Maybe, you know, maybe we're looking for a woman that would look after you, treat you right. You know, what some of the other women don't do. Maybe if they're living in England and America, maybe they're too argumentative. Maybe they just want this and want that, you know.
So you think some men like to have compliant women, so they go abroad to find compliant women?
Yes, I do.
That's what that sounds like.
It is, because like...
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am, because if you look at a Thai woman, when you've got a Thai woman, yeah, for instance...
You're talking about a Thai woman now?
From Thailand. Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Same thing, you know, alright, Philippines, we can say.
All right,
we can say maybe some of the African women, maybe even the West Indian women. When you come from like England, they think say that your pocket full of money. And they might not say it, but they'll say, well, boy, you know, this is my chance to come out to this place here now, you know.
Exactly, because when my mum said when she came here, she thought that the streets of London was paved with gold. West Indian people, I can only talk for Jamaica because I don't know about Barbadians, I don't know about St. Vincent, I don't know about these other islands. But I know Jamaicans, even to this day, they still think that the streets are paved with gold and there's money being flung everywhere and they're going to come here and just have money handed to them. And I think that's part of the actual thing about marrying somebody who's what they call foreign. I'm gonna marry a foreign.
Foreign. Well, I agree with you
I
on
want to
that.
marry a foreign.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But also I think like when you come from here, they think there that we all have money. I mean, like, for instance, if you're from the West Indies, maybe you're living in Africa, Thailand or something, the pound is worth a lot of money.
Yeah, in Jamaica the pound is worth a
Right.
lot more.
When you go somewhere, it's maybe
Even more than
7 to
American
1.
money. Huh?
It's maybe 7 to 1, 6 to 1. Now, being in a foreign, that local money can't do much. But when you go over there, it's like, well, boy, money are no problem. So you can do a lot more. And the women see it as an opportunity to come here. So we never know really whether they really like you or whether it's what you can do for the person.
So what I want to know is what your experience is. What is your experience, and was it a good experience? Was it a bad experience?
In the beginning.
It's always in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning it was a nice experience. It was, it was good. Everything was good.
Yeah.
But we all get, I think what happens is you get caught up in the culture, you get caught up in the woman. They'll do things for you like, I don't know, maybe man is very easy to read. Man is very easy to read.
Do you want to say what country this person came from?
Well, not really.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we'll just say
it's an African country.
It's an African country. Okay.
Okay. I think men are very easy to read. We're simple. We're men are simple creatures. We just want good sex. We just want to be fed and just looked after.
That's so stereotypical, though.
But we're men are simple creatures.
Do you think? So you just think you want to be fed, watered, and sex, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, go out, have a good time. You have a nice woman on your arms. She look good. Everything's good, man.
That's a typical West Indian type,
I mean, I'm West Indian, innit?
She's got to look good if she's going to be on your arm. You want other man at trips, you want other man at trips.
Ugly looking woman. Yeah?
Yeah.
But then again, I'll tell you something as well. A woman that might not look at herself as some beauty queen would look after you better than some woman that look like.
So would you deliberately go for an ugly woman then? Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't, no. Them ones that you keep indoors.
No, you don't go there. Don't go there. You can't go there.
How it is, isn't it?
Anyway, back to the story because we're diverging there.
Yeah.
That's a different subject entirely. What I want to know is your experience of marrying somebody who was abroad.
Well, as I say, at first...
But I want you to keep it short because these videos can't be too long, my friend.
Okay. At first everything was nice, everything was good,
Yeah.
And I think you get caught up in the atmosphere and, you make out as if you really like her. But after you get married, everything changes. And the thing is that when they can't do nothing for you and they can't help you, you find yourself doing everything. You see,
or they pretend they can't help you.
Well, no, some of them can help you.
Some of them pretend that they can't help.
Yeah, well, maybe some pretend that they can't help you, and some of them can't help you.
Some of them pretend
because they just don't have it. No, some of them just don't have it. Yeah.
Yeah, some of them don't have it, but some of them pretend that they don't have it.
But what happens is now is you.
But you see,
caught up.
make it. I'll give you a good example. When I got married in Jamaica, the day before everybody looked rough, broke down, everything else. The next day, all the Jamaicans were dressed better than the English people that had turned up for the wedding.
Yeah, but Jamaica.
They was in their Fendi, they was in their Gucci, they was in their Prada, they was in their, and I'm thinking, you people are supposed to be broke.
Yeah, but one thing.
You go out like on a broke.
Yeah, but one thing I've said always, Jamaicans dress, man. When them go out, them look slick,
Yeah, but 9 times out of 10, they ain't got no money. But anyway.
Good. Well, I don't know, but the woman them look good, man. The woman them always look good, man. Them dress up to the hills. They have their hair done. Them woman they look sexy.
But anyway, we're diversing again.
Okay, all right. Yeah,
so,
as I say,
so it started off really good.
Yeah. Well, as I said, when you get married, everything changes.
Yeah.
And you find yourself, and especially being a man, as a man, well, as I grew up, it's a man's duty to look after the woman.
Yeah.
when things are good and money's flowing, you're working, you earn money, you can go back and forth and things like that. Because I was a businessman. And everything is good, you know. It was easy to kind of live over there. Much easier than living here because of the rate of the money. But when things go wrong and you're trying to look after yourself here, and your wife is back there, and you're trying to do the two, and they ain't got no money to pull out or support them, or whether they have it or not, or they give it to us,
they hide it. Well, sometimes they hide it.
Then that's when the problems start. That is when the problems start. Because you got to find the money to look after yourself here and look after them over there. As my wife, I saw it as my duty. If I didn't have any money and I had any money, I'd send it to my wife. Because me and the man, and you know, I've kind of left it.
In the real
now.
world, that's how it should be, but I got stories to tell you when you're done.
But I'm just telling you,
I'm
just telling you how things happen. See, 1 minute you're up, the next minute you're down. And when there's no one to support you, it's like, this is why I realised what it meant. Don't be like Atlas, carry the world on your head.
Okay.
Yeah, carry the world on your
So
shoulders.
once you got married, what happened next? You decided to move out to where she was?
Yes, I did, yeah.
So you moved out there lock, stock and barrel?
Lock, stock and barrel. Took everything,
you
money
build
out
house, you buy land, you build house, you're moving lock, stock and barrel, you shut down your UK thing.
Everything locked down.
Sell the house too?
Everything.
You sell the house too?
Everything, yeah.
What? You all sell the house too?
Yes, sell the house and everything.
And you move out there lock, stock and barrel?
Right, because, you know, at that particular time, you see yourself, well, boy.
So didn't you think to keep a little base, just in case?
It's something.
That's how I would think.
Yeah, but it's something there that you just get caught up into. You are now married.
Yeah.
You're married now. You can't make a life.
Yeah, but wouldn't you surely think that you're marrying a foreign person?
No,
you still have to
like
be
that.
cautious.
Well, you know,
maybe as a Virgo, because I'm a Virgo person, I'm cautious.
As a person,
I hide a lot. To be off on it fair, when it comes to money and stuff like that, I don't joke.
You're a woman.
I don't joke, and you know, rather than I don't talk too much about. I don't like to talk about money.
Yeah, but you
know what I mean?
Yeah, but you look at way. You always have to look at how you're going to live over there. Okay, I'll start this and I'll start that.
Yeah.
But when you get over there and you see the reality, for instance, I brought a load of goods over there, like trailer load of things. Yeah. What I thought you can sell. What you pay for Nike, £60 for Nike over there. You pay £40 off for a pair of trainers. Yeah. You can't even sell for mille fois. De mille.
What's the mill? I don't
it's
know.
Like £2.
Okay.
This is Africa. This is not.
Right, it's Africa. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So,
do you think it's unusual for a British man to actually marry an African?
No.
Rather than a West Indian? Like an Englishman going to Jamaica and picking up a Jamaican woman rather than an Englishman going to Africa and picking up an African woman.
It's the same thing.
You think it's the same thing?
It's the same thing.
You think it's the same thing?
Yeah, it is, because your money is what you can do with your money. For instance, put it this way: in Africa, you can build a house for £4,000. Where can you build a house here for £4,000? Much less a garden shed or a toilet. No, you can't even have your bathroom done for that.
It's true.
Yeah, you can buy a land for all £2,000.
Wow.
Right, and then
so what happened once you moved out there, lock, stock and barrel?
Well, things started to change.
This is when the fun started, huh?
You could say this is where the fun started.
This is where the fun started. What happened?
Well, basically, they change. Once they get the ring on your finger, they change.
The second?
More or less.
Down to the second?
Within a month or whatever. You know, because then you're second.
No, not even within the month, the minute.
Well, probably, even if you say the minute, yeah, because you see the subtle changes. But we don't see these things at first.
No, you don't see it at the time. It's only when you think back.
But I remember somebody always said something to me, and I never forget what someone said to me.
Yeah.
They said to me, you're looking for something, and they're looking for something. But maybe we're not looking for the same thing.
Yeah.
And the thing is...
Every time I rise, we do it for the love, and I do it for the likes. Do it for the love, and I do it for the likes. Do it for the love, and I do it for the likes. Do it for the love. me not do it for